Yo, it's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only DT on DT's Unfiltered, Uncensored. On the Block 105 radio every Saturday, 6 a.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. You can also stream all my current and past podcast shows on all streaming platforms by Googling DT Unfiltered, Uncensored. Or you could go to my Instagram page and make sure you follow me. Search DT underscore unfiltered, uncensored. Go on my bio, click the link, and it take you to all my current and past podcast shows. So today is a special show. We actually recording this live, so it's going to be a video of this as well on YouTube as well, and it's going to be played on the Block 105 radio. So this show going to be broadcasted on YouTube, on the radio, and then it's gonna be on stream on all platforms from Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Anywhere you listen to podcast shows, you can hear this show. So it's gonna be everywhere. And this is actually my first time doing a show, which is going to be broadcast on the Block 105 radio as well as recorded. So I got a special co-host today. It's a guy I've been knowing for many years. We coached together. AAU, we had multiple teams together. We got our ass whooped a lot. We won a lot of games. We coach. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that to myself. But I'm glad to have him on the show. I think this is his first time actually being on the radio show with me. This is your first time, right? Being on the radio. Okay, so this is the first time being on the radio show. I want to welcome to the show my homeboy, my brother from another mother, KDH. Welcome to the show, man.
How's it going?
Well, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, ladies, sit down, sit down. He's taken. He's married. Uh,
Whoa,
hey, let's not talk about that. No, I'm just
married to the game.
married to the game, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. What we love more than anything else is called the NBA, the National Basketball Association, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on throughout the summer because a lot of shit went on from KD wanting a trade to KD decided to keep his ass in Brooklyn, from Kyrie acting a nut fool, which is your favorite player. Then the shit going on in Lakers. 1 minute Westbrook about to get the hell up out of the next minute Westbrook stand up. They bringing other people on to the team. I don't know what's going on with the Lakers. Then we got the shit going on in Phoenix with this crazy ass owner, which we're gonna start the show off with that. And I'm gonna just do this real quick.
Miss me with that bullshit.
And that's what I'm doing for the owner of Phoenix Sun. That's what we're gonna start off with today. So we're gonna talk about that bullshit. We're gonna talk about some trades that happened throughout the NBA. We're gonna touch on some of the free agency. KDH go give his opinion on how he feel about some of the free agents. Are they gonna be signed before the season start? Or they gonna get signed after the season start? Or should they as just not play basketball no more and just stay at home? So he gonna give his own opinion. And he's very brutal. He's very honest with his opinion. So we got a lot of shit to talk about. So man, I appreciate you joining me on my show today, and we getting this going because I think it's gonna be a great show. Cause I know how women you talk about basketball, it's a passion of ours, and sometimes you tell me some shit I need to hear, but I don't want to hear, especially when it came to our AAU teams.
The truth hurts. It's never pleasant.
Yeah, it does hurt, especially when you're the head coach. You be wanting it to look good, and you be like, "Nah," and stuff like that. And when I be telling you stuff, and you be like, when I be trying to get a positive vibe, this is the first thing you probably tell me.
Miss me with that bullshit.
Take-
All right, man. So let's start off with this Phoenix Sun shit that's going on. So, if anybody don't know what's going on, of course, if you don't know what's going on, happening is the owner of the Phoenix Sun, which is Robert. Is it what is it again?
Solver.
Sarver said some inappropriate words that he shouldn't have said, which got him in a lot of trouble and got him caught because some people reported it that he said the N word, which went viral and they started doing investigation on it. It went on for almost a year, and of course, the NBA commissioner Adams, is it Silver? Yeah,
Silver like a dollar.
yeah. He decides to suspend him for a year and fine him $10 million. However, quite a few people wasn't happy with that decision. They thought he should have been forced out the league. Like Adam have that much power to make the man sell his team. I didn't understand that. That's the thing I didn't understand. Let me get what's your take on it?
Well, with the Adam Silver, so you have to understand any commissioner that gets put in the NBA, he works for the owners.
Correct.
So for anyone that doesn't know that, he can only do within the guidelines, and it doesn't really work well with his reputation if he would have went outside those guidelines.
Right.
So with Robert Sarver, um, it really was kind of just. I will say, I think Richard Jefferson on ESPN kind of explained it more like this isn't nothing new to most Suns players or past Suns players. He's been doing this, and also with the Mercury, Suns Mercury, the WNBA team. A lot of misogynist talks he's been having with some of the women there, and the employees basically had enough, and to the point that players were like, you know what, yeah, this isn't right. So they after the investigation, I mean, they hit him with the fine, they hit him with that. But I mean, ultimately, when a NBA owner gets fined like that, there's only two options: either you sell the team or you just resign. Because it's going to be very hard for any player that even wants to come because they're not going to trust you. You're not going to get no free agents. No one's going to be happy there. We all kind of understood that now that the players are speaking up, and it's very important for the players to speak up because owners can't. The other owners aren't going to put another owner down under. That's their business partner, how they look at it. So I'm happy for LeBron making his comments regarding Robinson. I'm glad Draymond Green says something. I'm
So
glad everybody kind of said everything
so
to kind of
so you was good with what LeBron said.
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
I think it would
I
it's the
somebody
same oh,
somebody
it's the
maybe some.
same thing you said with Sterling.
You know what?
So
I understand that. To me? I'm gonna put it like this. What's the quarterback name that went to Cleveland? Cleveland. That's in trouble right now.
uh Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson. Is he the
Mhm.
quarterback or something? Oh, can I be right?
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
quarterback. Yeah, he's the quarterback.
Um, I heard this the other day, so I did some research on this. So when Deshaun Watson did something in Cleveland, I know he had all these charges. LeBron tweeted celebrating Deshaun Watson, and that was after the charges had been brought upon him. But then but he tweeted about Robert. He needed. There's no room for that. But Deshaun Watson did to me some shit that's just the same as bad as what he did. And I don't know
Mhm.
exactly what on, but all these women coming out and you celebrating a guy who basically, in so many words, forced himself on women to do inappropriate things. And I think, to me, LeBron was kind of being a hypocrite in a way. And I didn't. Originally I was cool with LeBron saying what he said. Okay, cool. Then when I found out the other stuff that happened, they pulled an old tweet and showed that he was celebrating Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun Watson was being accused of all this stuff going on with these women. So it's like being a
Mhm.
hypocrite, sir. You can't. You gotta be one with the other. You gotta be across the board. It gotta be even. You can't sit here and say, "Hey, Robert need to be gone," but Deshaun Watson, congratulate, man. Let's go, Cleveland. No, 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 no. It can't be like that. Cause you gotta condemn him just as much you condemn that man because he physically sexually abusing women, and that's not cool. That's not cool. And no way I'm gonna cheer you on that you doing that, and then I'm gonna take a shot at this. Which Robert deserved what he got. Robert, sorry, your wife. He deserved what he got. He
Yeah.
used the wrong words. Um, I didn't know. Now you telling me something I didn't know. I didn't know this been going on for years, and they known this
Mhm.
around from the Mercury and the Phoenix Sun. So I didn't know that information. So now that you're telling me that, and see, I'm just not hearing that from you, so you know that more than me because I haven't had a chance to. So now that I know this been going on, what I was going to say on it before changes, because originally I would say that I didn't think they should have forced him to sell the Suns. I will honestly, I say yeah, he said what he said. I love what he has did with the organization. I'm gonna tell you, like all the black executives, the black coach, and what he's doing on it. So I respect that. But now I know he's been known for saying this, and I don't approve of that. So yes, he got what he deserved, and I hope he don't make that much money off the Phoenix Suns, but he's going to make money off them. But that's just my take on LeBron with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think with LeBron, he was trying to keep it sports personnel, and it was just not the right time for it. Especially even though they were allegations, we don't know the full story of it. But which I'm gonna be honest, I don't know about all the women that came out. I think typically when you're a superstar, if they can tie some type of connection through you with allegations, then they're going to try to get as many. And a lot of women are going to try to get their money. I mean, that's just all
Of
what it is.
course, and
So I don't know the whole thing. I know LeBron is a super fan of Cleveland, and I think he took it as a football personnel perspective, but it just wasn't the right time, and he got a lot of backlash from it.
yeah,
Regarding the Suns, I mean, yeah, he's been doing that for a while, and it started off with him basically having bad jokes. He would one of the some of the allegations that he was doing that he claimed was um bad humor. He would uh maybe walk around and drop his pants in front of a oh yeah, yeah, he's dropped his pants. I can't remember all of the I gotta look it back up, but it was like dropping his pants, finding it funny. And he's had underwear on, but to some of the staff, they didn't think that was funny. Saying some explicit words, racial words that
man,
didn't need to come out of his
man,
mouth.
he can't be walking around.
Um,
He can't be walking around dropping his pants. He ain't like he the Rock or somebody like that. He ain't like he's a fine
it's
ass
so
motherfucker.
it like I said, when you make that type of money, you don't care. He
Cause
like I
now
said,
see now I
he
think
started off with it.
if the Rock walked around and dropped his pants, I don't think they'd be complaining. I think women be like, hold on, whoa. But they man like an old white crusty. Yeah, I would have threw up. I would took pictures and say, hey, I need $10 million. I'm reporting.
I mean, they'll just fire you at that point. You'll be out of there before you even know.
I'm taking picture. I'm gonna take the picture first. Then I'm gonna ask
Oh
for
yeah,
ten
yeah. You
million.
have to get proof.
Yeah, I'm
Get
taking
proof.
pictures. Then I say I want 10 million, and then I'm good. Then we good. Then I'm gonna delete the picture. No, I ain't deleting the picture because then if I delete the picture, you probably try to fire me then.
Yeah. So,
So
but
yeah,
yeah, no. I mean, that's just the thing. I don't think he was really a bad owner. I just think he did a lot of things that a lot of people didn't approve. Um,
you would have think he learned from what happened with what's his name, but on the L.A. Clippers.
well, that's what I was saying. Ronald Sterling. It was just like he got caught on camera saying, certain things like, "Oh, I don't want you hanging around the N words, and I don't want to hate you," da 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 da. So, but it's like Robert Sora has never really gotten caught with those, but he's been known to use the word, and he always pulls that card. Well, if they say it, why can't I say it? Or if they say it, I'm not meaning it in this terms. If they say it, that's how he's kind of look. He's not trying to make it racial, but the fact that you're kind of are when you're making an excuse for saying it. Um, then I mean they can use that against you, and they did. And so sure enough, it caught up to him.
But
And
he should know the reason why he can't use it and stuff like that. It's,
I mean, yeah, it was a word that was used to degrade black people. So I mean, I don't think and I do now as culture. It's a culture thing to say it now. We say it as to greet each other as brothers and such.
right.
But overall, it probably shouldn't be used, but we do anyway. Ain't nothing you can
But
do
one thing
about
somebody
that.
somebody said that we use it with in it with an A, not an ER when we talk to
Like
each
that
other.
changes anything.
But I'm just saying when we use it towards each other,
Oh
we
yeah.
use it with the A at the end,
That's why
not
I
an
said
ER.
we associate it as a culture, and now it's more of a greeting, or we use. I mean, there's that word got so many ways you could say that. Like, "Nigga, what?" Or
Yeah.
nigga. Like, so
Yeah.
many ways you could say it now. But that's exactly, that's part of the culture. It's not something for you to say, especially when you're not part of that culture.
Right. Right.
Um, that's where and then, like I said, a lot of it too was just him doing things that he considered bad humor, but in reality, it was inappropriate.
Right.
So it just caught up to him. And for people who thought that was a slap on the wrist, really nobody had. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say nobody had to say anything, but with the players alone speaking up, there was only a couple options. He either had to sell the team or resign. It was because I mean, now that it's gotten this big, no free agent's gonna want to join your team or your organization. The players there are not gonna want to stay. You
I'm
know,
gonna
it's
be honest with you. I think Daniel Roach would have went there.
well, I mean, for people who haven't made the NBA, yeah, they would love to go. They would love to go. But
He
shout out
probably
to my man
he
Daniel
probably
Roach. He's going
they,
overseas in Bosnia tomorrow.
oh, okay, tomorrow. I didn't know that. Well, this
10-month
airing on
contract.
Saturday, so that means he went on Thursday. Um, so that means that he could probably Daniel probably let him call him. He probably say, "What up?" to Daniel. "What up?" And then Daniel like, "I'm good. What's up?" My contract? What?
Yeah,
I got 4 years, 250,000. Yeah, I'm good. I
yeah,
love
man.
Daniel. Daniel not here to defend himself, so let me stop. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, okay, so he got what he deserved, man. And like I said,
Yeah,
I would like to see who go buy it. I know Chris Paul wish he could retire right now. Chris
I
Paul
mean
said, "I wish
LeBron
I could
James at
retire
this
and
point.
buy it, huh?"
Well, LeBron James at this point is a billionaire.
LeBron probably said, "Shh, I probably need to retire." But we already know LeBron retired. We already know who drafted Bronny Phoenix.
And they're supposed to be moving the age to 18 to get drafted now. Oh yeah, he taking his son.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Guaranteed.
So okay, so man, we talked about that buzzard. Now he's out. How long you think it gonna take for them to sell the team? You think it'll be this month? No, you think it'll be by October, before the season start? You think it'll be sold?
Ah. Considering he's on a 1-year suspension, I think he has time. I think he's got time. I mean, because that 1 year, he's not even in the building, so I think he'll find somebody. Phoenix is a great market. I don't know when. I would say within the season. I don't think he'll do it before the season, but we'll see.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it'll be gone before the season start. He gonna sell it because the reason why, if
Yeah.
it's not sold before the season start, guess what? It's gonna hang over Phoenix' head throughout the season. That topic will come up all the time, and that's what Phoenix doesn't want. They don't want to continue hearing about what's going on in the front office or you gonna be sold.
Mhm.
They want to focus on their season, and until it is sold, they can't really focus on the season. So I assume it should be gone. I think it'll be gone before the beginning of the season start. I think he gonna have some buyers who go buy it from, and once that process
Mhm.
is in the process, they found on new owners. Then I think they can move on. But until then, they won't be able to move on. So, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, I feel bad about Phoenix training camp. All these down when they do the media tour, they gonna ask every player about this, and they ain't gonna want to. They're like, "Man, do we got to talk about this?" But unfortunately, you know how the media is. They gonna want to talk about that. I wish I could go do an media tour. Cause I'll be honest with you, if I go interview them, I ain't bringing this up at all. I'm like, y'all did it. Y'all had enough of this. Y'all talked about it. I don't want to ask Chris Paul no questions about it. Let's talk about what you expect for the season. That's what you think gonna happen this season. What can y'all prove from last year to this year? That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk nothing about this dude. So if I'm a media person, I don't need to touch on it because everybody gonna do it. Everybody gonna ask that same question. You don't want to hear that same question because I don't want to talk about it. So I think it
Yeah.
should be sold before the before the season. So you said after the season start. I'm gonna say before. So we note this down. So when we come back to it, we'll see who was right. So you said after the season starts. Say before.
Yeah, I say after the season.
Uh,
Or yeah, after
I,
before the season starts.
I said before the season start. You saying after the first game. So we got it.
Yeah, basically after the first game.
Okay. So let's talk about some of these trades went on. So let's talk about the latest one, which was very interesting. What between the Jazz and the Cavaliers. So the Jazz
Mhm.
sends Donovan Mitchell to the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers in return send Colin Sexton. What's his name?
Lauri Markkanen,
Laurie Marketing, Och
O'Shea Abaji.
O'Shea Abachi. Their 2025 first round pick, their 2026 pick swap, their 2027 first round pick, their 2028 pick swap, and their 2029 first round pick. Who won this trade?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Cleveland probably still won that trade.
And why you say that?
Um, I would say for one, they got an all-star. Anytime you have the ability to get an all-star, it's always a bonus. Um, Number 2, most of the guys that they have, they're gonna have with on that team for the next 2 to 4 years. So giving up the next 4 years to try to win a championship, because that's where I would assume that's what they're trying to go for. I think it's worth it. I mean, Jazz are in the rebuilding. I don't think the Cleveland's picks. Let's just say Cleveland makes fifth, sixth seed, and they get to the second round. Those picks aren't going to be nothing.
Okay.
So I mean, I think it's one of those. If Cleveland does good, then they won the trade. If Cleveland does bad, then Jazz won the trade.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. If he's 100% healthy, I'm a bigger fan of Colin Sexton than Donovan Mitchell. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I think Donovan Mitchell already hit his peak. That's just me personally. I think he hit. I don't see him going any further than that. Um, Colin Sexton got a lot of years on him left. I know he was injured this season, and I think he's a great player. Hell, man, I wanted Milwaukee to try to get him. I really did. I would love to see him play with us in Milwaukee. Um, I think Honestly, I think the Jazz won this because they got some quality players and they got these pits. And like I understand you say they're not gonna be worth nothing, but he trying to collect pits like down OKC over there. Um,
Trying.
if Donovan Mitchell actually tried to play defense, I'd probably be a little bit happier with this. But
Yeah, he
from
plays
what I say, you
well.
got two undersized guards at the 1 and 2. I know you got the twin towers, the Empire State. You got the bid, but you got two guys who really don't play defense at the 1 and 2, and they undersized. And I feel like what's going to possibly happen with them not playing defense, people go try to the paint, and if the bids are not doing what they're supposed to do, they go get in foul trouble because you got people who not playing defense on the perimeter for me. And I never been a huge fan of Donovan. I was more a fan of Rudy than Donovan. Me, to be honest, I'm more a fan of Rudy because at least Rudy played defense, and he to me, I just
Did he really?
yeah, he played defense. He probably wasn't the best defense, but he played defense. I
Uh,
mean, he he, he played better defense than Donovan. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, almost every team plays better defense. Any player on almost every team plays better
But
defense than Donovan.
Luca, and him probably neck and neck for defense, playing defense.
You said who?
Luca Doncic, him and Luca probably neck and neck when it comes to playing defense.
Uh,
I
at
think
least
Luca play.
at least Luca's attempting.
Yeah, I think Luca played more defense. Okay, so I think the Jazz got a little bit better because I like all the picks they picked up from these trades. Because let's jump to that one. I want to get to that real quick. The Rudy Gobert trade. So this what gets me. Timberwolves get the Jazz trade with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves get Rudy Gobert. The Jazz get Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly,
Hmm.
Leandro. I don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Uh, I'm sorry. You said
The
I
Jazz.
have a
Le,
okay. The Jazz. Yeah,
Leandro
yeah. Leonardo Balmaro.
Leano. Okay, that's his name. Okay.
Yeah,
Walker
Leandro
Kessler,
Balmaro. I
Jared
love Walker.
Vanderbilt, 2023 first round pick, a 2025 first round pick, a 2026 pick swap, a 2027 first round pick, a 2029 first round pick protected. God damn. He got that's what that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? How many
That's
down?
6. I think
I'm looking
that's
at picks from the
5
other team
total.
too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they got damn, they got a lot of picks. So who won that trade to you?
I'm gonna give that one to the Jazz. I'm gonna get that one to the Jazz.
I agree with you on that one too.
My thing with Rudy Gobert, I do think he does play defense. I do. And I'm not saying he's top defensive player, but
Of
I think he
course
does
not.
play defense. However, he is damn near the worst offensive big man in the league as when it comes to starters. He can't score. If you look at his stats right now in France, they're god awful. He averages maybe 2 blocks, about 9 rebounds, and averaging 5 points. How are you averaging that in France?
France is a tough
I
place.
well that and Jazz knows they're not going to run through Rudy Gobert, so giving him up really doesn't mess up anything for them. Now, the fact that they were able to get 4 first-round picks, that's a steal. The fact that they were able to get Malik Beasley, I think that was a steal. Now I'm a big fan of Walker Kessler. I like him a lot. I was hoping Memphis kept him instead of trading for him, but they got Walker Kessler. He's a guy that can run the floor. He's a big man, and I think he'll do fine. But outside of that, yeah, I
Do
would have to give it to the Jazz. I
how,
think Jazz definitely won that.
how you think they go work it with the Timberwolves because you got Cat, Rudy, and who's the other bid they got? What
Who,
they had?
big man wise, Nate Nasri.
I forgot who they. But so does
Yeah, they
that
got
mean
Nat.
Cat go drop down to the 4?
Yeah, he doesn't want to play 5. A lot of big guys don't want to play
So
5
he's
no
another
more.
AD. Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he already claims he's the best offensive big you've ever seen in history.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I'm just saying what he said.
What has he won?
I mean, he hasn't won nothing, but
Has he ever been Defensive Player of the Year?
oh, he didn't say nothing about
No,
defense,
no,
and we know
I'm
he's never.
I'm asking you a question. I just want you to answer.
Oh,
Have you ever been
okay,
Defensive Player of
no,
the Year?
no,
Has he ever won MVP?
no, he hasn't.
Has he ever been like top 5 in votes in MVP?
No, he
Have
hasn't.
he ever been first round NBA team, first team?
First NBA team.
Yeah, have you ever been first?
Uh, I want to say I think he got it 1 year. I think
Oh,
1 year, but I'm not. I don't
you
think he
sure that
has, to be
wasn't on
honest.
2K? Because
It might have
I
been.
don't remember him ever being first. I remember him being
Yeah,
second and
I don't think
third,
he.
but never been first.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been first. I think he had high votes, but he didn't make it over Jokic or Joel.
Do you ever see him win MVP?
No.
I say okay, I'm gonna give him that. I think the way he could win MVP if Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, LeBron, KD, Steph, Clay, um, Jimmy, Luca, all them retire
Mhm.
tomorrow. If all them retire tomorrow, even what's his name? Ant. Ant retire. Ant got to retire tomorrow. What's your boy from Memphis? He got to retire.
John Morant.
Yeah, John Morant got to retire. I could just go. I could continue naming names before he even get it. Hell, Westbrook got to retire. before, before
You're not gonna stoop that low now.
no. Westbrook has been more of an impact on the team than
Oh,
Cat has ever
than
been.
most players on any team because he has availability.
Okay, so we done with that bullshit. So let's jump on who else do we want to talk about? Some trades that happened.
Um, that really
Oh,
ain't
the
been
Atlanta
too many.
Hawks. Let's talk about that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know that that's just your favorite thing. So here we go. The Hawks make a trade with the San Antonio Spurs. So the Hawks get pronounce the name.
Danilo Gallinari.
That's how you
Oh,
pronounce
you
it.
said the Hawks hit.
No.
You
What?
said Hawks?
Yeah. What's his name?
Okay, Deshante Murray.
Deshante Murray. So black
Yeah.
name. Such a black name. And Jock Landale. Am I pronouncing it correct?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know who the hell that is. Then the Spurs get Dalinaro Granero, which he's not there no more, correct?
No, he's not. They
Okay.
bought him out.
And then they
Well,
got.
actually, I think he is still there. I don't think he
And I thought he
got
went
dropped
to
yet.
the Celtics and then got injured, got hurt or something. Oh, he had an injury.
He could have.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, because he's out for the season already.
Yeah, and
So
then
he could.
The Spurs got the 2023 first round pick by Charlotte from New York protected. Then they got a 2025 first round pick, 2026 pick swap, a 2027 first round pick. Who won this trade? I already know who you gonna say.
I might have to give it to the Hawks. I might.
You
I
hate
might have to
you
give.
hated to say that, didn't you?
I might have to give it to the Hawks. Only reason being, if they had the 2023 first round pick that wasn't protected, then I would say okay, then they got it. But if since it's protected, I mean it's a toss up whether they'll get that pick or not. And Gallinari's not there, so um, Deshante Murray was on his way to being an all-star caliber player, which I think he was already at that level, but he could have worked himself further to superstar talent. But
Do you
now with the Hawks, though, I mean, I don't know how he's gonna fit with Trey Young, considering Trey Young, in order for him to score, has to have the ball literally all the time. And he's a huge liability on defense, so
do you
we'll
think
see how
this?
that works out.
Do you think the Hawks improve their roster?
I mean, I think it's an improvement, but from what Kevin Huerter, I mean, Gallinari, I think those could have been easily replaced by someone else. So I think they definitely got an improvement.
Because a lot of the Hawks
But
fans are like, "Oh, super excited! Oh my God, we got
I
Dante.
would be too. We might finally get past the second round. I mean, we might, you know.
Miss me with that bullshit.
They still in. They still.
Hey,
They you still got to look at who's in the second. Who we talking about? We talking about Boston. We talking
hey,
about
listen.
Milwaukee. We talking about Philadelphia, and we possibly talking about Miami Heat. Nah, I don't see.
Hey. A lot of people may not see it, but with Deshante Murray and him actually being the size, that may make up for the inconsistency of Kevin Huter. I don't see them really getting far, but they'll be better. I think they'll be better. They'll probably get to the second round, and depending on who they play there, based off their seeding in the regular season, they might make it to the Eastern Conference. They have a chance. They have a chance.
Okay, so let me see. Who else can we talk? What other? Is there another trade that you want to talk about that you could think of?
That's important, really. Nothing really. I mean, the closest thing that I can say is maybe the Christian Wood trade that from him going from the Rockets to the Mavericks. But I mean, Mavericks won that because they gave up nobody. So I mean, there's there that was an easy toss up. Outside of that, I don't really think there was really big trades um
Okay,
worth even mentioning. Yeah.
so let's talk about the elephant in the room, Brooklyn Nets. So 1 minute Kevin wants to be traded,
Hmm.
then he make these demands. Let me ask you a question. And I want you to put on your owner's cap. You have Kevin Durant under a 4 year contract, not 1 year, not 2 year, not 3 or 4 years. As a GM, if you're the GM of Brooklyn after all the shit that went on this season, are you sending him where he want to go, or are you doing what's best for your team?
Well, number one, if I'm a GM, we're doing best for what our team. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Because at the end of the day, you can up or leave at any point you want, or not play games, as that's becoming a new thing now. Um, and not help. So I mean, we may try to get you where you want to go, but that's highly unlikely considering the superstar that you are. Anything we get is going to be nowhere in return for you. So there's really no point in you doing it. So I would just go off. We're gonna have to do best with what our team is. I mean, I'm sorry, KD. You know, you're a great player, but no.
As it
Especially, I was gonna say, especially being 2 years on our team.
right. Um, after this shit that Kyrie pulled this season, are you keeping him this season, or are you trying to get rid of him?
All right, if we're being biased, I'm keeping Kyrie.
Of course you will
If
be.
we're being biased,
No,
that's my
but you being
favorite
the
player.
GM. No, you the GM of the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't like you. He doesn't give a f about you. He be doing other shit. Are you keeping him this season, or you will try to trade him before? Well, you're not gonna get well. Or you gonna try to trade him before the All Star break?
I'm gonna have to keep him even being unbiased. And the only reason being is there's only one reason why he doesn't like me, and that's because of the coach. He does not like Steve Nash.
But
If we
but who chose Steve Nash?
Oh, I mean, we chose him.
No, no,
We chose
no,
him.
but who was the main person targeting Steve Nash?
I would say that was KD.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, and that's the same person who wanted him fired too.
Yeah,
Such a
now.
hypocrite. Hypocrite. Come on now.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. They're every. It's funny because it's like they're really trying to pull the LeBron effect of how he got Tyronn Lue. So he knew Tyronn Lue knew what the difference is. Tyronn Lue knew what he was doing. Um, Steve Nash, this is brand new. He didn't even take an assistant job yet. So it's like he doesn't even know really anything of how to run this team. So it was like it's real chaos because he's trying. They don't have the patience, and it's chaos. It's chaos. But I mean,
You know, I look at that. Y'all can't pull the LeBron. I'm sorry. LeBron is LeBron,
everybody tries.
and LeBron
Everybody
won ring.
tries.
And you know, I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I'm gonna keep it 100. LeBron won championships. He made it to the NBA Finals. I mean, so many. He probably missed it. Only time he ever really missed it was with the Lakers. I think before that he made it every year. So LeBron is LeBron. LeBron could do that. LeBron has that pull. I love KD. KD one of the greatest shooters of all time, one of the
Mhm.
hardest people to defend of all time. But you're not LeBron. You have two rings, and the reason why you have those two rings is by a short guard who's light skinned. I'm gonna give you that. That's the reason because you ran to the team to play with them. I love KD, but you went there and you won a ring, and since you left, you haven't won a ring. So that everybody got to now. Everybody look at the picture like, hold on, you haven't won a ring since you left, and you think everybody keep having Brooklyn as the favorite every year, and they haven't made it. I think if they get their act together this year and they play as a team, and Kyrie at least plays majority of the season and not
At
half
least
the
60
season.
games, Kyrie.
You
At
said
least
what?
at the bare minimum.
You said what?
I said at least 60 games, Kyrie.
Yes,
Bare
because
minimum.
y'all will have a good chance. Okay, so let's talk about this Laker stuff.
Damn!
Um, so the no, hold on. We talked about real quick. Let's jump back on to Brooklyn. So
Mhm.
how you feel about KD? 1 minute he wants to leave. Now he's staying. Now he don't. He want them fired. Now they sat down there in agreements. What are your take on all that? It's like some people don't know what the hell they want.
Well, I mean, it's not even what he wants; it's what he can't get. What I think realistically, if they sat Katie down and said, "All right, pick your team. Who are we taking from there? Because if we trade you, we're going to take the best assets. So now you're going to have nobody when you go over there. So reality, w- trading you is going to do what? Unless we're going to get a LeBron back, unless we're going to get a Jokic or Giannis, or like there's you're not going to get anything worth it, and you're not going to have anybody to even be on your team. So you're just going to sit there in misery on another team for 2 years.
You know what's funny? That was a fun how he talking about he want to go play in Miami, but he wanted them to keep Jimmy and Bam. I'm like, how do you see that happening? How? How
Yeah,
like
it's
like
not.
people like he's I don't understand that. Like that makes no sense. This is what I had suggested. This person what I was saying when he wanted to trade. I said Milwaukee should trade Chris Middleton and somebody off the bench, and I actually did, on the ESPN trade, and it went through. I said KD should have went to Milwaukee. Giannis and KD playing side by side.
Yeah, but it sounds good, but Chris Middleton, to be honest, Chris Middleton plays better defense than KD,
Oh yeah, he do, but I mean, it's
and
KD.
he can score almost the same amount of points as KD. He may average like 22, 23. KD averages 30. It's a 7 point difference. You can get 7 points from
But
another
but
player off the
but
bench.
but it's KD. I'm sorry if I
I
have
mean,
to having Giannis and KD on the same.
it sounds good on paper,
I know,
but
but
what makes them work? Drew Holiday,
yeah,
defense.
I
Chris
said
Middleton, defense.
I ain't say get rid of Drew. I said so you got Drew, KD, and Giannis. Nobody's stopping that. I'm sorry. I'm just being
We'll
no,
see. We'll
no,
see.
but I'm be honest. Just be honest with you, KD. Be honest. If all three of them was playing together, tell me, be
Now,
honest. And they
this is
all
this is.
no look, and they all healthy. Nobody's injured.
Mhm.
Who's stopping them three?
I mean, the Warriors. Warriors will still beat them, I believe.
Nah, because
I still
Draymond,
think I
to
would.
me, Draymond's a liability. Draymond is, I think he's now nobody stopping Curry. I can't sound nobody stopping Curry. Clay, I think Clay's. Let's see how he bounced back this year. Um,
Mhm.
Draymond, I think Celtics had a meltdown. That means a person. Celtics had a meltdown and stuff like that. Because to me, I felt like Celtics should have won that series. I mean, they were the better team. They were young and they never been in that situation
Yeah,
before. See,
experience.
now if they made it this year again coming up and go against Golden State make it, then I think they probably have a good chance because they already been there before, so they know what it takes and stuff like that. But let's not jump the gun. Um,
Mm.
so let's jump onto these Lakers real quick, and then we go jump onto free agents and we go play the game. 1 minute here Westbrook leaving, next minute Westbrook not leaving. He's leaving, then not leaving, and then they made a trade and bring Patrick Beverly on them, which kind of blew my mind because like, oh shit, Patrick Beverly and Russ on the same team. Oh shit, how that locker room gonna go right there? And then from what I understand, they had to sit down. I think they said they went out. They sit down and ate dinner and talked, and they seem like they on the same accord. They seem like they getting along. And I know something. I seen was it Bleacher Report posted something about Westbrook coming off the bench. He's not a starter, and Patrick Beverly
Potentially.
come. And did you see what Patrick Beverly coming under? Talking about y'all just
No.
reach for anything. He it was a police. He said y'all just reaching for
Oh, yeah.
anything. Y'all joke. Y'all it's laugh. None of that's true. He was saying something like that. And then they pick up Dennis, which that was
Well,
interesting. Huh?
Dennis decided to sign with
Yeah,
them
yeah. He decided.
over Suns in Toronto. I don't. I'll explain that later.
I think we should have picked him up. I think Milwaukee, cause we need another point guard. I think Dennis would have been great playing with us because our bench is trash. But that's besides the point. Hopefully, we make some pickup soon. But what is your take on what's going on with the Lakers? And I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna be unbiased.
I mean, to be honest, I think some of it's true and some of it's not. I do think they do want to get rid of Westbrook for the sake of Westbrook. Um, it's just not going well over there in Lakers for him. It's a lot of backlash mentally. It's going to drain him. Emotionally, it may drain him. Uh, but there were some reports that they were going to work with him, as I thought they should. I mean, I don't see why it's his last. I'm pretty sure it's his last year contract. I don't know why you wouldn't. Um, but
I heard somebody talking about he should take a buyout. Hell no. I'm taking my money. I
no,
ain't even 48 million. Nope, I'm not. I'm playing the whole season. Somebody take a buyout and just leave. Like y'all just saying that because y'all don't got that money. I'm not. I'm not. You ain't buying me out no $48 million. I'm good.
no, you're not buying nobody out no
Not
$48 million.
your
But
last year either. So no.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, in Lakers' best interest. I mean, they're stuck. Let's just call it for what it is. So you take Westbrook, work with it. If you can probably trade for something, maybe, but no one really wants Westbrook. I don't think any too many teams want Westbrook outside the league. That's going to really improve their team.
I don't think teams want Westbrook because of the money. I don't think it's not they don't want
Yeah,
him. They don't want him because of that money. Now, when I'm telling you, after his season, Westbrook is gonna be probably one of the top, probably gonna be one of the top free agents out there because he ain't gonna get a lot of money. I can see, yeah, Westbrook might get like maybe a 2 to 3 year deal worth right around 40 million. So he may get right like 15 million, 45 million. So he might get 15 million a year. Somewhere he might get somewhere between 15 and 20 million because it's just Westbrook. I mean, I think he still got a lot in the tank. It's just, I mean, everybody can't play with LeBron. That's why I tell everybody you can't play with LeBron because everybody really been attacking Westbrook. But do you not realize it was his worst season since his rookie season? So I like y'all can't. I mean, one season and y'all killed them. Like, but it's playing for the Lakers.
that's
So
I about to say that's Lakers culture. If you come in there and you do bad, you automatically gonna get that heat.
right. So yeah. So it's a lot of shit. So do you think he's going to be traded before All Star?
Before All Star, I think that depends on how the season starts. If the season starts kind of bad for them, or if they're barely winning games, barely losing games. We all know Lakers are quick to pull that trigger, and they will. they'll get him. They'll ship him out of there.
So because I heard Indiana asking for too much, and they don't
Yeah,
want to give it up. So
yeah.
um,
But well, that's because Lakers are also trying to get Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. So Westbrook, who else are you gonna bring with that? Because I mean, what they got over there is not that bad.
right. Well, we shall see. Do you feel like they made improvement to their roster?
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm not gonna say improvements. It's just it's they over there doing the HBO special, the help a brother out special, because they just trying to get anything they can at this point.
You think Patrick Beverley gonna make a difference on the team?
Maybe defensively, which they needed help with.
What about
He loves veterans, so especially someone like Pat who's going to he'll be the one guy that's gonna run up and down the floor. Yeah, he'll take it.
what about Dennis? You think he gonna make a difference?
Not really. I mean, what he did. I mean, well, make a difference maybe because they had no backup guards outside of Westbrook. Like I said, Westbrook it was their most valuable player on that team. He played 82 games. He was
81.
consistent with
He
his
missed one. 81.
82. Well, 81. I'm sorry. Yeah, he did miss one. So even then, I mean, 81 games. Like we're taking that. So I mean, it's backlash that's gonna come, but Ah, with Dennis Schroeder, it's one of those we'll see because I'm like he doesn't really fit with their system. He didn't really do much when he was with them last time. So now the only reason I think he's coming back is because that potential, if Russell Westbrook doesn't work out, that potential starting position will be there for Dennis Schroeder, and Suns can't promise that. Toronto can't promise that. Fred VanVleet made sure you are not going to take his position. Chris Paul made sure you're not going to take that position. But Russell Westbrook, he's on the hot seat. So why not go to the Lakers and potentially try to up my market?
So real quick before we jump on the free agents, what is your take now on Dennis turning down that 4 year, $84 million contract?
And it ain't always greener on the other side. And he said he turned it down, or his girlfriend said he turned it down because he knew his value. Well, it wasn't 84 million. I'll tell you that much.
And he would you have taken that?
I would have taken that in a heartbeat. At the end of the day, it's LA and you're getting 84 million on a team with LeBron.
They
Like,
talk about that shit all the time. Say how you turn down a 4 year, 84 million, and now what you went to the Celtics and played for $5 million.
yeah. And then yeah.
Miss me with that bullshit.
I had to play that. I'm sorry. That was some That's bullshit right there. You're a dumbass. Okay, so what we're about to do now, I'm about to call out some free agents that still sitting out there waiting for a home, a destination. KDH is going to give his opinion. Is this person going to be signed
Okay.
before the season, during the season, or they should take their ass home and just watch the NBA just like the rest of us? Okay, are you ready, sir?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so the first person we're going to bring up is Carmelo Anthony. Will he be signed before the season, after the season start, or should he take his ass home and watch the NBA just like the rest of us?
I think he'll be signed before the season ends.
Where would you
I
like to
mean,
see
before
him go?
um, honestly, I would like to probably see him on. That's a tough one because he needs to be on a defensive team. He just needs bench. He just needs scoring bench. So I would probably say,
You know what they said on NBA radio? I'm gonna just throw this out to you. They said
what's that?
Milwaukee. They actually said he should go to
Nah, no,
Milwaukee
nah, nah.
because he
Milwaukee's
could bring
pace.
he come out the bench giving points because our bench is really we lose our
Your
bench is
bench is slow, but y'all pace is. I mean, I don't see y'all pace. I don't see Carmelo keeping up with the pace. But I mean, he could be an improvement. He could be an improvement. I'd rather see him on a team like back on the Lakers. I mean, why not? Um, it's. I mean, I guess you could throw Milwaukee on. There's not too many teams that I really see him joining.
okay. Let's move on to the next. Kent Bazemore. Before the season, during the season, he needs to sit his ass home and watch it with the rest of us.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather Milwaukee take him for Grayson Allen for George Hill.
Anybody but Gray Grayson need to go. But what you think? Is he gonna be?
I
Is he
don't
gonna
I
be?
don't I don't think he'll be signed before the season.
So he during the season?
Maybe during the season. Because
Okay.
usually players like him get picked up once they realize, okay, this guy ain't working out.
Okay. Now, is this before the season, after the season, or he needs to sit his ass at home and watch the game with the rest of us? Trevor Ariza.
Oh, it might be his time. He's trying to keep up with LeBron, but it ain't worked since high school.
So, what is your decision?
Yeah, I think it might be time for him to retire.
He needs to sit home and watch it with us.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Uh, Moses Brown.
Oh, yeah, I think he needs to be picked up before the season.
Before the season. Okay. He's
Yeah,
only
I think
three.
he.
He only been in the league 3 years. That's new.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see. Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah, he need to go ahead and retire. I mean, he had literally one good game his first rookie year and ain't done good since. And there's a huge amount of point guards in the league. You don't need to be there anymore.
Sharif Cooper. Hometown boy. ATL.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't know if you know, he got picked up by Cleveland.
He did.
Yep,
Oh, they must have updated. He got picked up by Cleveland.
by Cleveland. Him and Brandon Goodwin, two Atlanta boys.
And you know what's funny? I told everybody he gonna be playing overseas. I ain't think he gonna get picked up by.
He got,
He ain't gonna get no
got.
playing time at.
I don't know if it's a two-way contract or
That's
not, but
another. So Cleveland picked up another undersized guard. What the fuck are they doing up in Cleveland? God damn.
well, that's why I said I don't think they'll. Everybody says, well, as Kendrick Perkins says, they're the best four. What does he say? The best four, uh, starting four in the league.
Mm.
Okay, okay, okay.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, my boy, it might be time to retire. You can't even stay healthy, and you ain't been healthy since almost King's days.
DJ Augustine.
That was a tough one. I say I just don't know what team he's gonna go for. I mean, 6'8". He's at what? He's 6'8" forward.
He what?
I ain't gonna say. I say he's a 6'8" forward. Then he played with no, he's a guard. DJ
Yeah,
Augustine.
God, yeah.
Oh, it's time for him to retire. Yeah, it's time for him to retire. I'm
I
bugging.
was. I like. Hold on. What are you talking?
I'm thinking of the Bucks. DJ.
Uh.
Yeah, it's time for DJ Augustine to retire.
Okay. I, Lamarcus Aldrick.
I think he's still got a decent amount to give. I don't think he should be picked up before the season, so maybe during the season. It's real tough with his I forgot what health problem he had. I think it was just like his blood. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's gonna be tough when it comes to. I think it was almost the same thing as the Chris Bosh scenario. So I mean, I would like to him get picked up during the season, but I don't know. I don't know with that one. That's more of a health concern. If he's healthy and they say he's good to go, like he kind of did was out of nowhere with Brooklyn, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think he can join the team during the season. Maybe not beginning before.
Dwight Howard.
He's always valuable right now, but
And he's
as a
athletic as
as
hell.
huh,
He's athletic as hell. And he's staying condition. Like he
he
stay
stays
conditioned.
conditioned.
Cause I watch his videos. That everybody you to rip him apart. That man is like the way he built. He built like goddamn the Rock. I mean, I look at him like, damn, Dwight like
Yeah,
damn
he's huge.
30. He's huge. So
He's huge. I see him as a second string. I
oh
see
yeah, definitely
second
not a starter.
string, guarantee. I ain't gonna say guaranteed second string, but second string. I think he should be picked up before the season starts.
I would love
Because
for
I mean, even if a team's bad, he can use him for veteran.
he only go sign with a team that's a contender. He's not gonna sign with somebody who's not a contender. No point in him
There's
going over.
no point. Yeah, there's no point.
I would love for Milwaukee to go after him because he will be good. Come off the bench as different round.
Maybe.
No, I need some people. We need. You don't know how bad our bench is to me.
Oh no, I know. Trust me.
Kimba Walker.
Yeah. He needs to be picked up. I, y- I'm if anyone knows me, I don't like Kemba. I never liked him ever since he was at Connecticut. But I will say I don't like him for a starter, but as a bench player, he is intriguing. He is intriguing. I think he'll fit better too.
Lou Williams.
He was kind of absent in Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie. And plus, I think after leaving Clippers, he was kind of like, if I get traded, I'm retiring. So I think he's mentally already at that point. So I say just go ahead and retire, but guy, go ahead and get your wings in downtown Atlanta.
Um, who was I just looking at? Somebody I know. Okay, Paul Millsap.
He's a good veteran. So I'd say midseason. I'm not gonna say beginning, yeah, but he's a good veteran. I don't think he puts anything in the stat sheets, but you definitely need a guy that understands what the hell he's doing. He's been on good teams almost his entire career.
Jeremy Lamb.
I say midseason. He's one of those. If we need somebody, we'll get him.
Okay. It was one other person I was just looking at. What's his name at? Cause there's so many people that's down free agents. I'm just going through this
Mm-hmm.
list. Last person, Blake Griffin.
I just don't know what more you gonna get out of Blake Griffin. I mean,
I
didn't
think
he only average like 10 minutes
I
a
think he
game?
could come
If
off the
that?
bench. I really do. I
Yeah, I
think.
think he will. But like, what is he don't? He's not gonna have even a breakout game of getting 20 points. I don't see that either. So I mean, like, I'm not saying retire,
Well, I would hope
but
nobody ain't expecting to get 20 points out of
one,
if you
one, 2 games maybe,
on 2K,
but nah,
yeah. I don't know.
nah, maybe off the bench mid-season.
You know what's funny? Remember like 7, 8 years ago, Blake Griffin was like they were talking about how he gonna be one of the greatest of all time. How they always praise Blake when he was with the Clippers, and things have changed so much.
Well, you got to understand. Here's how I say it: if you're athletic in the beginning of your career, be ready for the backlash when you can't jump no more. When you're a shooter, the backlash never really happens unless you just can't shoot well.
Well, I'm at the White Howard defeated that one because he's still athletic as hell and he can still jump and he's damn
I mean,
38. And
yeah, he can be the exception, but that doesn't make the rule.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying. It's just as I say. It just to me, Blake. I think Blake ruined everything when he went to Detroit and started acting real diva like. So
It started with the Lakers. Shouldn't have started that shit with Kobe. Kobe done ripped them apart.
he played with the Lakers.
Yeah,
Blake did.
that's what started the
No, I'm
whole
talking about
fight
Blake.
between Houston
No,
and
I'm
oh, you
talking about
talking about
Blake.
Blake?
Blake Griffin.
I thought you said okay. I thought you said Dwight.
No, I was talking about Blake. I think he started maybe when he went to Detroit and started acting like a diva.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, shit, it's Detroit.
but
They ain't got
he
nothing.
chose to go to Detroit. What big agent, big time free
I
agent say,
mean,
let me go to
they
Detroit?
were gonna pay him. That's the difference.
But
If
I
you
know
ain't
that.
got no other like he went to Detroit because they didn't have nobody and he could do what he want. So he was just like he wanted the free reign coming from Clippers. Clippers. He was done. He just wanted out. He did not like that. He just was wanting out.
Oh shit, I'm at my 59 mark. Okay. Um, we just talked so much. I'm at the end at hour mark. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody checking out the show today on the Block 105 Radio. We talked about the NBA. I appreciate you, KDH, for joining me on my show today, and we talking a lot about free agents, trades, and whatnot. And we're going to talk a lot more about the NBA, so I'm going to have a lot of more segments on my show in the future about this. But we just wanted to get something out there because a lot of shit don't happen in the last few months. Anything you want to say to the viewers, the listeners, the viewers? Because we got people watching, so both we got viewers and listeners. Anything you want to say, man?
No, not too much. Like I said, I got the Band-Aid Boys podcast coming out soon. We're gonna have some couple episodes coming out. We'll probably do 3 episodes. Right?
All right, man. The Band-Aid
Yeah,
Boys.
right. Band-Aid Boys podcast. We stick together. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah, but yeah, we'll probably have some of that out. Kind of getting our rankings this season before the season starts, and of course going over this ESPN 100 that you definitely got to be a part of because there's going to be a lot of controversy. Um,
I'm definitely want to be a part of that.
oh
Well, I'm
yeah, I
just
think there'll probably be 3, 4 of us.
all right. Well, this is your boy DT on DT Unfiltered Uncensored. I appreciate you, everybody. See you next time. Go where
You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT Unfiltered, Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.
Damn. Yo, this your boy DT on DT Unfiltered Uncensored. This is the after show a little bit. So real quick, I want to ask you a couple questions and we'll end the show. I just want to ask you, so um what is your take? Who do you see real quick, KDH, of having the biggest turnaround season this upcoming season
The biggest turnaround upcoming season.
from last
This
season?
is from last season.
Yes,
Oof. Let me think.
because so many moves happen over the. Well, I could take. Well, when I say turnaround, I mean whether good or bad.
You said whether was it good or
It
bad?
could be good or bad. They could have a turnaround season as in a bad. Like they was doing. Well, we already know one team that was doing good
Mm.
last season. Now you say they gonna have a horrible season this year, or they was horrible last year. Gonna have a better season this year. Who you think?
Okay, well, I'll give a good and a bad. I think a good a team that's going to be good and probably flip real quick is going to be the Denver Nuggets. I think Denver Nuggets they get back Jamal Murray, they get back Michael Porter if they can stay healthy. Jokic, MVP caliber player. They got Aaron Gordon. I think they'll be the big flip around if things go well. I'll probably tie them next to the Clippers as well because
But
Clippers they get Kawhi Leonard back. Oh, go
so
ahead.
my question, okay, I get what you're saying. How much better they gonna get? Because I thought Nuggets actually had a pretty good. What didn't they finish in the top four?
Who Nuggets? No, they finished top 6.
Okay,
They were sick, number
so
6.
so
Yeah, they were
you
number
you
6.
expect them to be in the top four this upcoming year?
Yeah, I think they'll be top 5. Top 5. Well, top 4 because I think Jazz is going to drop tremendously. So they were 5 this year. Um, that's why I said I'll do good and bad. I think they're going to shoot up. Um, outside of that, I mean,
I'm gonna give you my good. Then we'll do our bads.
okay.
And I hate to say this. God, I hate to say it. I think the Atlanta
It's-
Hawks gonna have a turnaround season. God, I hate to say that. No. I'm gonna take it back. The Brooklyn Nets. I get the Brooklyn Nets. If they get it together and each Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie play at least 60 plus games this season, I see them
yeah,
finishing in the top three.
yeah, that's a stretch because Kyrie already starting his mandate question. Oh, nah, we'll see.
That's why I'm saying
if they do though, definitely guarantee.
this,
I definitely think they will.
this is all if. This is a big if. If all them play 60 plus games,
Yeah,
I see them finishing the top three. And if they could stay together and play together and there's no drama, no BS, I see them in the Eastern Conference Final. I can't
we
say
talking
that.
about
I can't.
that big a
Yeah,
turnaround.
we'll talk about it, but I can see that. So I'm gonna start with the
Okay.
bad. I'm gonna start with the bad. Then I'm gonna let you go. Do your.
All right, go
We already know. You know who I'm gonna say. The Utah Jazz. I don't see them making the
ahead.
playoffs at all.
Yeah,
I love
no,
Colin
bro.
Sexton. I love him. He's one of my favorite players. I love him. Watch him in high school. Watch him play with Pebblebrook. I actually went to a few of his games. Went out to College County just to watch him play, and I always thought he was real talented. But
Mm,
I just don't see that squad in Utah actually making the playoffs. I see them finishing probably 10th in the West.
hmm
Who's yours?
Yeah, no.
Or you could say the same. Who's yours?
Uh, I so that was going to be next to my this other one. I think who's gonna drop is the Phoenix Suns, especially with everything going on.
Wow.
They were number 1. Number 1. They don't have they do have DeAndre Ayton, But I don't think he'll be there. I don't think he's gonna be there mentally. Um,
Oh,
but I think Phoenix Suns gonna drop down to probably that 6th or 7th, maybe even
wow.
8th.
I did
Because
not
I think
expect that.
If Zion come, because you got here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Jazz, let's just go ahead and take them out and put the Clippers in their spot. Let's say Clippers finish 5th. New Orleans Pelicans, if they get Zion back, I think they're gonna jump up.
Okay.
Denver Nuggets are getting Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. They're gonna come back. Dallas Mavericks got Christian Wood. I don't think they're gonna get as high as they did this year, but they're still gonna do well. Golden State, I shouldn't have to say anything. And then that leaves Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, you know how my boys rock it. But they didn't they didn't really get any better, and I don't really see them do anything. And if anything were to happen with this Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers should make it to the 10th spot at least, at the very least.
Hold on.
Um,
You said 10th? You didn't even say playoffs. You said 10th.
well, that puts them in the play-in. So
I
I
know,
think if
but
they make it to the play-in, that's a whole different situation.
so but
So I say
so
I'm
you
gonna
so
I'm
you
gonna give them
you think
play-in.
so you saying the Lakers are only gonna make it to the playoff by going through the play in? So you don't got them in the top 8.
No, I don't think Lakers are gonna make it to the top 8. I think the other teams, because the biggest thing that I think Lakers are gonna have to watch for is not even really being good, it's availability. Anthony Davis snaps.
I was about to add
Unless
that. Why I thought you about to say, do you think he gonna stay healthy?
yeah, Anthony Davis snaps. LeBron he got hurt once and he got hurt again. Will he get hurt for the 3rd year? We don't know. Patrick Beverly also got hurt. Dennis Schroeder, we don't even know how he'll play. And then they have the backup, apparently, the backup guard, Austin Reeves, Troy Brown behind LeBron. Like, I mean, what is that? What is that?
What do you think about people saying that Austin Reeves should be starting?
Why? He can't even shoot
They've been a lot of stuff. I was listening to a lot of report. They talking about Austin Reeves should be one of the starters.
because of his hustle at best.
I guess so.
And he's young. Like, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Like Lakers, no, they're not doing that. Austin Reeves does not deserve to start. He doesn't
Tell me
need to start.
real quick. I know
He,
I'm jumping off a little bit. Tell me your starting 5 right now because of the roster they have at the Lakers. Who your starting 5? If you're the coach, who your starting 5?
for the Lakers, right?
Yep.
It would probably be Russell Westbrook at the 1. I probably have I don't know if I have Pat Bev at the 2, but you really ain't got no other choice. So I guess Pat Bev at 2, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Um, to be honest, I might even have Lonnie Walker number 2, and then have Patrick Bev be the number. Yeah, I might do that. Let's Russ Westbrook at the 1, Lonnie Walker at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Anthony Davis, since he wants to run the 4, put him on there, and then for 5, Damian Jones. I mean, not Damian Jones, Thomas Bryant.
Okay.
That'd probably be my 5.
I like that. I just don't see AD staying healthy the whole season. That's just me.
No, no one does. No one does.
And I don't see LeBron staying healthy the whole season either. So okay.
Well, 60 games. That's like I said. I don't expect all the players to play 82 games because if you do get injured towards the end, you just all them 60 games you done wasted anyway. So it's 60 games minimum. Keep it healthy. Keep yourself healthy, ready for playoffs. Because I mean, once you make it to the playoffs, that's all that matters. Don't matter what seeding you are.
So do you feel like if the Lakers start off rocky, bad start off, let's say by mid-November they under 500, but it's not because of Westbrook, you think he will get the blame for it anyway?
If the Lakers do bad in general, it's not gonna. Let's just put it in this perspective. It's not gonna be LeBron and AD because they won the championship.
Well,
Both
yeah, I
of them.
know they're not gonna blame them, but even if it's not Westbrook, say Westbrook been playing great every game, no bad games, and they lose, they under 500. You think Westbrook still gonna get the brunt of it? Is his fault the reason why?
Nah, if they're losing, nah, it wouldn't be their fault. It's gonna be more so the blame should be on LeBron because LeBron don't play defense no more nowadays. But it's not ever going to go be on LeBron.
Do you think they?
And
Do you think they still, even though okay, so I get what you're saying, so they won't blame Westbrook, even though he having a good game. Let's say Westbrook averaging, let's say 18 points, 7
mm,
rebounds, 5 assists, maybe 2 turnovers a game. He does what his numbers are. Because we're going to throw the turnovers because he's going to have
yeah,
turnovers.
You're
and
gonna have that
it's
regardless.
not his fault. And Patrick Beverly not playing that great on offense. Dennis is not what we see in Euro League. He's not doing it here.
You
It's
know
not.
who's gonna get blamed next.
And I mean, LeBron having his normal game. That nigga. AD having his normal game. And they still under 500. You think they go
Mm.
blame Westbrook? You think they go try to go and trade him because of that?
No, there's only one person they're gonna blame, like they do all the other
The
time. That's
coach.
gonna be Darvin Ham every single time. He's brand new, first year. If it's not working and everybody's playing well, numbers wise, it's gonna be Darvin Ham, straight off the rip. Don't even matter if it is his fault or not. It's gonna be Darvin Ham because it's easier to throw shade on somebody else.
Right. Yeah. You about right on that. So, um, one last question: what player you think gonna have a breakout season this year?
Ooh,
And you can name a couple if you want to. I mean, who you think go have a good season?
a good season. Let's see. Ooh. Let me see. I gotta go through the list. I'll say this. I'll hope it's Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Only reason being because now that you've lost, you should and your performance was terrible. Um, hopefully now you'll play. But I'm gonna be honest, breakout season wise, that will potentially be an all-star. Um, I might potentially have to give it to Tyrese Halliburton on the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
I love what he's got to go over there, and he played great. He played great towards the end of the season. So I'm hoping he got his opportunity. I'm hoping he gets a breakout season. I would love to see him do very, very well. Because they had said that which is stupid. King said that he looks better than De'Aaron Fox for the long run, but then you trade him. And then all the Kings fans mad. They didn't care about getting some bonus. They say, why'd you trade him? So I think he'll probably have his breakout season where he'll stand out from most other players. He might do really well. So for fantasy league owners, definitely take a shot on him.
I'm gonna say with my pick, I'm gonna say I think he'll have a breakout season. He had a great season his first year. I think he'll have another good season. LaMelo Ball. I think he'll have another great. I think he'll have another breakout. I think he'll have a better season this year than he did last season. And the funny thing is, you remember, I don't know if I would talk to you about. You remember I was the biggest critic. I said I don't think he gonna do good in the NBA. I used to always say, oh, he gonna be overhyped. I don't think he gonna do good in the NBA. He proved me wrong. I told everybody he proved me wrong.
Everybody said he was gonna be the best one.
I know.
Everybody.
I never thought the Ball brothers really was going. I thought it was overhyped. I thought their dad was doing too much. But I gotta admit, they have really proved themselves. Even the oldest one who don't really, he's playing on the G League. I mean, all three made it, so they should come. They should all congratulate them. He did a great job with having all three of his kids on there. But I
Yeah.
think you have a breakout season. I think you have a better season this year than he did last year, and we'll see. So
Yeah.
that's that. But man, I ain't gonna hold you up. I just want to do a little after show and stuff like that. Just want to have a little talk. I'm looking forward to when
No,
the
definitely.
Band Aid boys get together to talk about the NBA season. Is Daniel gonna be able to join that?
Oh, he's gonna be in there. I think we got me, you, Daniel, and Michael.
Because he overseas though. So how we could
Yes. So yeah, his timing change. I think for us it's like 8 p.m. here. It's like 3 a.m. over there, or something like that.
so
I don't
Daniel,
know. I got
Daniel
when he heads to Bosnia, I'll figure out what his schedule is. 'Cause I don't
okay, because Daniel gonna be up real late now. Hey Dan, we doing that at 8 o'clock. Dang man, y'all know it's 3. Nigga, get your ass up. Nigga,
know.
get your ass up. You ain't got nothing to do. And so I can see Daniel on the call like this. Daniel gonna be like, Orlando Magic going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. All right, with that cricket service over there.
Oh, hey man, like I said, I appreciate you joining me on the show. I'm looking. I'll come back again. You know, we got more we want to talk about and for the season. But thank you for sitting down, man. It was a good show. I think it was real good.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. You have a good one. Once again, this is your boy DT on DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at DT underscore Unfiltered Uncensored, or Google me to find all my past podcast shows. DT Unfiltered, Uncensored. You can also listen to my show on the Block 105 Radio every Saturday, 6 a.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. Hey, I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate everybody continue to support me, watch my videos, watching my listen to my podcast, and make sure when the Band Aid Boys get together, when he got the podcast, I want y'all to follow him and watch all his show too, cause my boy, he doing a great job. And like when I said, when it comes about sports, it's hard to try to argue with him about it because he know everything. I don't ever argue with him about it. I let Daniel do that. Because you know way more about it than me. I come to you about shit and stuff like that. But man, like I said, I appreciate you, and man, you have a good one now.
Definitely, you too, man.